players at QPR have been under pressure for 44 matches, you know, from the very first day when we got beat our first match of the season. And we've been under pressure, or the players have been under pressure, even before I come in. And it's just been 44 matches where they've constantly had to try and get out of the relegation zone. They've done it literally from the first day. I think we had one win before I come here, which obviously still didn't get us very far up the table. So we've been on the back foot from the first match of the season last August, and they've showed unbelievable amounts of courage, resolve, determination, effort and enthusiasm, you know, on the training ground. And that, more than anything, the spirit that's in the dressing room has got us out of trouble. You know, we spent a lot of time together. They all get on well with each other, and they've all had that same determination. And you saw again today, scored a bit early for us, you know, and we've had to defend in the second half against a very good Cardiff City team, and we managed to keep a clean sheet against them and against one of the league's most prolific goal scorers as well, in Michael Chopra, and we kept him quiet. For 2 games actually. So I'm absolutely delighted for everyone connected with the football club. The chairman is a little bit happier tonight than he has been in the past, and I just want to celebrate now these last couple of weeks. I want to actually have a bloody good time. I'd like the last match of the season to be a real party atmosphere here, and it might, you know, to other people on the outside, celebrating staying up is really not something that you should be doing. I'd rather it was at the other end of the table, but we've had thrown at us this year, and we've managed to come through it all. So we're all pretty delighted tonight. It's a great goal as well, wasn't it? Sure. Dexter Blackstock scored 14 goals this season in a struggling team, in a very struggling team. Team struggled all season, and he scored 14 goals. I think that says a lot for him, and just imagine when he gets a few more good players around him. He could be a real handful in this division, you know.
You've changed it around by making some key signings, and all the players you brought in have been, you know, a success. And it was needed, wasn't it?
The day I signed Danny Cullip was the day this club started to move forward. He's been awesome. He just gave us something that we didn't have. He gave us some authority in the heart of our defence. No nonsense defender. He's not everybody's cup of tea, but that particular time it needed somebody like Danny Cullip and Adam Boulder in the centre midfield. Obviously I've been very restricted in what I can do with regard to bringing people in this year. I inherited 35 players, and there was too much laughing after we got beat in the dressing room and on the coach going home. So the ones that were laughing have now gone and won't be coming back. Some of them forgot what the score was at 6 o'clock on a Saturday night, because it didn't matter enough to them. But they're not here anymore. The ones that were hurt on a Saturday night and on a Sunday and on a Monday and on a Tuesday were hurt until the following Saturday, till we went out and put it right. They're the ones that are still here, and they're the ones that have pulled us out of trouble.
Did you have to persevere with some of them, those that you didn't want?
Yeah, obviously at the time, some of the boys had to stay here because I had no alternative. I had 35 players. It's a ridiculous amount of players, absolutely ridiculous.
How many have you got now?
I've got a squad of about 26 now. But there's a lot of players that have left. And it's not been their fault that they were here. But I had too many losers at the club. And it took me a little while to get them off our backs. but eventually when they've gone, the ones that come in I knew were real. I mean, Camp has been fantastic, Boulder, Danny of course coming in, and the ones that were here that I inherited, you know, they've just given everything. You know, Lomas has been brilliant. He's done everything he possibly can for us this year. You know, the way that he trains, the way that he looks after himself, the way that he gets after people on the match day. He's used all his experience. Big Knot has been an inspirational captain, and people like Damien Stewart at the heart of our defence has just got better and better as the season's worn on. The more the pressures we've been under, you know, he's come out of it and defended so well for us. And with Danny alongside him, they complemented one another. They went together perfectly. So, and young Pat come in today and done a good job. But just generally, you know, the players, people like Gareth Ainsworth, I mean, he's still here today celebrating on his crutches. There's no way that he weren't going to be here today. And Ainsworth has been inspirational to everybody. And of course, people like Cook have been outstanding all season. And a lot of pressure's been put on people like Cookie to go out there and win us matches week after week. But as I said, they've been under pressure for 44 league matches and it's only now that they can actually maybe just take a deep breath, sit back and just enjoy what they've achieved this season. I think what they've achieved this season has been quite incredible because, as you know, Bob, you'll know well, there's been a lot of flying around here for a long time, and I can't honestly say that it didn't affect us at various times. All the rubbish that we kept reading every day, because there was employees at the football club that were quite happy to see the club losing week after week. But they're gone now, and if there's anyone else here of the same ilk, they'll be gone too in the summer. So we'll start with a clean sheet of paper now.
You look more like your old self today. You were animated and arrogant and
we just today wasn't about being pretty, it was about winning a match, Bob, and I picked a team today to be very direct. As you saw in the opening exchanges, it wasn't pretty. We're not West Brom, we can't get it down and play like they can, so we have to try and play to our strengths, and our strengths were today to get it in their penalty box as often as we could. Use the likes of Nygaard and obviously Kanyuka, Stewart and people like that at set pieces, because we were fighting for our survival. And when you're fighting for your survival, sometimes the coaching manual goes out the window. You just roll your sleeves up as far as they'll go and just dig in as deep as you can and just throw everything you can at the opposition.
Will you look forward to next season now?
I will, yeah. I shall try and enjoy our last home match here against Stoke and make sure that we have a proper party and just enjoy it, have a real good day. I hope that we can just get as many people in the ground as we possibly can, because we'd like to say thank you to the fans. I mean, sometimes you don't want to sound too sycophantic, but supporters have stood by us this season like you'll never believe. Never. I mean, I've not, in the time that I had here, what have I had? I don't know, 38 games, I think. I've had 38 games. And during that time, the fans have just got behind the team all the time. And when the lads are just giving everything they got on a Saturday afternoon out here in front of them, that's all you ask for as a supporter. And I think the players have done that, and the fans have supported us right the way through it. And I have to sort of pay tribute to how they've stuck with us. And today, when that cheer went up when the announcer said that everybody else had lost, and it just, that was a little kind of a thank you from us to them, and we would like to just, that last match of the season, if we get a chance to get a little bit closer to the fans maybe on that last day.
Will you be able to hang on to Man City?
Don't know. They've both done great for us. We're going to have to wait and see.
Pre-season last time was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
How important is it getting it right this time, and have you seen any signs of that?
It's always very important. I mean, it needs to be structured properly. I don't think it's been structured properly. It certainly wasn't last season, and that's kind of how we started off the season on the field. So I can rest assured it will be a hard pre-season and a good pre-season. But first of all, there's a lot of work to be done between now and then, and sorting out who's staying and who ain't staying.